It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Showtime, Geno Jones, Showtime. You mind if I button up my jacket? There you go. Monday through Friday, that is my start days, start time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern now, 6:30 p.m. in Central Time Zone. So Chicago, everybody stand up. Houston, Texas, down in New Orleans, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, live in Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, everybody on the West Coast, 4:30 p.m. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Yes, the Geno Jones Show brought to you by CojoLLC.com. That's CojoLLC.com. Looking to buy or sell a home in the Carolinas? South or North or South Carolina? Reach out to Miss Courtney Johnson. As a matter of fact, you will see Courtney tomorrow, another edition of Courtney's Corner. So you can reach her CojoLLC.com, or you can call her at 843-543-4022, 843-543-4022. That's 843 area code 543-4022. All right, let's start off the show. I'm an old school hip hop fan, especially. I love like the hip hop of the 80s and 90s. That was really my vibe. But definitely the mid and late 80s from Public Enemy, huge fan. Let's see, my man KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. LL was part of that vibe. I could go on and on and on and on. But one of my favorite rappers still of all time was my man Antonio Hardy, who's celebrating a birthday today, 57. Now you're saying, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Who is Antonio Hardy? He was a member of this rap crew called the Juice Crew. Big Daddy Kane. Happy birthday to the Smooth Operator. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Man, that sample, he was sampling some beats from the 70s. But big shout out to Big Daddy Kane celebrating a birthday today. He starred in a movie called, he was one of the stars. He was in a movie. It was like a black Western with a brother named Mario Van Peebles called Posse. He did a movie, let's see, my man from Chicago, Robert Townsend, put him in a movie. I can't think of the name of it. And in the early 90s, Big Daddy Kane took this young brother out on the road with him, and while Big Daddy Kane was changing clothes in between sets, he would let this young brother go out and spit, not spit like my man that played for the Eagles did. No, not that kind of nasty. He let him go get out there and, drop some bars, show what he had, show his skills. Oh, by the way, who is that young brother that Big Daddy Kane took out on the road when he was touring in the early 90s? Young man named Sean Carter. Yeah, you know him as Jay-Z. That's right. Big Daddy Kane, put Jay-Z on in terms of taking him out on the road. And how ironic. That's how big Big Daddy Kane, no pun intended, that's how big Big Daddy Kane was. That Jay-Z was looking up to him. And Big Daddy Kane was a mentor to Jay-Z. So shout out to the Smooth Operator, Mr. Big Daddy Kane, doing your thing. All right, so I know my Chris Brown fans are out there. Your Breezy Bowl tour with the $2,000 VIP hookup for the folks that want that VIP and to get a picture taken with Chris Brown. Some of you all are paying $2,000. It's your money. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at him. I won't charge you $2,000, but if you want to give me $2,000, you can Zelle or Cash at me. You could just Zelle it to use my email address, GenoJonesShow@gmail, or you could Cash App $ Dad G Jones $, capital D, lowercase a, lowercase d, capital G, capital J, lowercase O-N-E-S. You like how I got that in there? But anyway, shout out to the Chris Brown, the Breezy Bowl fans. The tour stops in Phoenix, Arizona on Thursday night. And then it's the Hollywood, it's the LA takeover. Yes, the Breezy Bowl takes over the City of Angels, SoFi Stadium that's actually in Inglewood, which is all a part of Los Angeles, Metro LA. As a matter of fact, Inglewood is near LAX, Los Angeles International Airport. That's like the airport I usually fly into. As a matter of fact, Saturday and Sunday, so that means that the Rams or the Chargers are not playing on Sunday. SoFi Stadium is the pro football stadium where both pro football teams in Los Angeles, the Rams and the Chargers, both play in SoFi Stadium. So Chris Brown is taking over. He is taking over SoFi. He is taking over LA, the City of Angels, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So shout out to you. Oh, by the way, this show is interactive. Do you know what that means? Interactive, that means you're watching me live right now. Feel free to join the conversation. Feel free to start a conversation. Feel free to ask any questions that you have or comments. Get with your man, holler at me. Just jump in that chat room and say hi. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you are watching. I know it's Wednesday night, so a lot of my church folk in Bible study, and some of y'all that ain't necessarily church folk like that. Thanks for joining me, watching me live. And be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Please give me the thumbs up. Click the thumbs up. Like this and every episode. Share this and every episode. You can copy and paste the link in an email. You can DM somebody. You can message them on Facebook, Instagram. You can copy and paste the link, put it in TikTok or Blue Sky or Threads. Whatever. I'm good with it all. You can grab some of the video from the show and create your own little video short and put it up on YouTube. So it's all good. So I want to thank you. Okay, so something horrible happened today. And something horrible happens every day. There's a young man, 31 years old, whose politics and ideology I don't agree with at all. The only thing that, there's a few things that we have in common is our common humanity. He's a much younger man than I am. He's a husband and he's a father. So, and he's a human being. Well, he was. He's a deceased human being. So, not that he's not human. He's a deceased human being. And that's about all that we have in common. I don't like anything about his political ideology, about his support of the hatred and the bigotry and the racism and the misogyny and sexism of MAGA. But that man should still be alive. And I can completely disagree. I can have disdain or maybe even despise any type of racist, bigoted, hateful, misogynist, sexist views that you have, that you espouse, that you speak about and speak on publicly. I can completely disassociate myself and absolutely condemn whatever hatred and bigotry and racism that you espouse or say or post or preach or believe in. But you have the absolute right to do that. If you want to spend the time, because we all only have limited time on this planet here, and tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So if you want to invest your time and energy in hatred or bigotry or misogyny or sexism or racism, that is your choice. You have a right to make that choice. And I make a different choice, and I don't, so we don't have anything in common when it comes to that. I will completely disassociate myself with you, but once again, I will defend 10 toes down your right to be racist. As a matter of fact, I'd rather you be honest. Say how you really feel. I don't have to agree with it. I can disagree with it. I can dislike it. But I can dislike. I can condemn. I can even. I hate to use the word hate, but the hatred I will, because I'm the kind of person I will give you. I'm always gonna give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm a glass half full kind of. Not kind of. I'm a glass half full guy. But I will give you the energy that you give me, because I will always initially, the way I'm raised and wired, I acknowledge anyone's humanity on first glance. I will acknowledge your humanity. I will give you the respect of being another human, taking up space on this sphere that we call planet Earth. Just as a human being, I will give you that respect and dignity. Now, if you give me some racist, bigoted, hateful, hatred, energy, now I will give you, I will match and exceed the energy that you give me. But that is not, I don't seek that out. As a matter of fact, I will not even be in your space. Now, I'll get you back up off me, but I won't entertain that. I will leave you where you are. But nonetheless, that you have a right, if that's the life that you choose, if that is your path, if that is your purpose in life, that's your choice. And I respect your choice. I can disagree with it. I can hate that you would make choices to embrace and promote and to profit off hate. That is you have a right to do that. But in spite of that, you have a right to exist. And just because somebody disagrees with you, they don't have a right to, in turn, allow whatever hatred that they have for you, wherever it comes from, they don't have a right to allow that hate to harm you, to end your life, to kill you. So I will never, never, ever, 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 as much as I have despised and disdained on Hitler, I do not wish any harm on him. I don't wish any harm on anybody, because karma is real. And the energy that you put out into the universe, it will find its way back to you, good or bad, love or hate. It is your energy, and your energy will always find its way back home to you. So I will never, I don't care how much I disagree with you, from Orange Hitler to all the MAGA cult, I can't harbor that hate in terms of hating you as a human. I may hate your behavior and your actions that display hatred toward me or anyone else. I can hate your behavior and actions, but not hate you, the human. No matter what, I see your humanity, but I also know that the energy that you send out into the universe will find its way back to you. And I'm not implying that's what happened in this case, but my point is, no matter how much I may disagree with a person, how much hate they may espouse, none of us have a right to play God and to try to decide who gets to live and who gets to die. None of us have that right. We can disagree without being disagreeable. You go live your life. I'm not going to condone, and I will call out and criticize if I see you saying or doing anything to harm or hurt somebody else. But I will criticize and call out someone doing anything to hurt or harm you or your family. So this guy, got him, Charlie Kirk. He's a MAGA supporter, activist, 31, married, he's got 2 children. He registered a lot of young MAGA, especially a lot of young MAGA white dudes, Gen Zs, like millennials, like younger millennials on the younger end, because he's 31, and a lot of the Gen Zs, which is like right around 13, from 13 to 28. That's the range, basically. So, he's podcast, and you've seen him. He's a big supporter of Orange Hitler and MAGA, and he held a rally at a college in Utah. Thousands, huge rally. Students came out. It had to be at least well over 1,000, at least 1,000 plus. I didn't do a head count. And he was speaking outdoors on this campus at this college in Utah. And they shot and killed this man. And apparently this person, I don't know who it was, is in custody. And I hope that justice will find this person that killed Charlie Kirk. And I disagree with everything that Charlie Kirk stands for and stood for. But I disagree with anybody allowing any way, any feelings that they may have had for Charlie Kirk, or anybody that felt a certain kind of way because of the things that Charlie Kirk has said and done. In no way, shape, or form does that condone the taking of this man's life. Full stop. And I stand on that. Man, there's a wife, there's a woman that lost her husband, and there's some children that lost their dad. And yes, that happens every day. We had the leader, the Democratic leader of the House of the state of Minnesota, and another member of the House of Representatives, the state house in Minnesota. They were assassinated. An eye for an eye will leave everybody blind. So I just wanted to lean into my humanity. And I'm glad that I was raised that way, and I know my mother's watching. And I'm glad she raised me that way, to always see, even with the most despicable, evil, hatred people, I'll avoid you. I don't have anything in common with you at all. And if you can't see my humanity, that is your problem. But evil wants you to stoop down to its level. So I'm glad that I was raised to, and it's not about taking the high road. My grandmother would say, "Gina, you're gonna go jump off the bridge because somebody else jumps off the bridge." And I understand what she meant. Because hatred and evil, and racism and misogyny and sexism is poison. It is like drinking poison. That's why they say forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is to free yourself. Because when you hold hatred in your heart, the person that you hate, you give them control and power over you and your life. and your happiness and peace of mind and sanity. And I will give no one that power. So I hope that we learn, not just in this country, but on this planet. And let me just say this, there's always been a handful of people, and that exists today. There's a handful of people, wealthy people. It's always been the billionaire class. They just weren't billionaires then. Hatred, and I've said this so many times on this show, racism, hatred, bigotry, hatred in all of its forms, fear, ignorance, homophobia, misogyny, sexism has always been big business for a small handful of people. And those small handful of people who traffic in hate for profit are making more money now than they ever have. So it is up to us, and we have the power not to allow people in companies, in industries that practice and promote and profit off of hatred and racism and bigotry and fear and ignorance and misogyny and sexism. We have the power to cut that profit off. We have the power not to give them power over us and to let them to continue to pit us as humans against each other. Significant number of people not trying to hear that conversation, that's on you. But there's even more people who do want to have conversations like that and like this, because hatred is exhausting. The anxiety, the stress, the always being on edge. Humans were not meant to live that way. To have hormones like cortisol, which is the fight or flight hormone in your body. Like when your life is in danger, you hear examples of like a frail, thin woman who's a single mom, and something is about to happen to her child, and she gets this superhuman strength because the adrenaline go in cortisol, which is hormones that our body releases in short doses. And that is how it is meant to be used. Only in emergency cases. But so many people on this planet are living in a state of constant anxiety and fear and anger, to where that fight or flight hormone, that fight or flight hormone, I got it right, that fight or flight hormone, cortisol, instead of just being released on rare occasions in small doses, that fight or flight hormone called cortisol is always coursing through your body, which will affect your health in a negative way. We will learn to live together as brother and sister on this sphere, this round ball globe called planet Earth. We will learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or we will perish divided. We'll learn to live together or perish as fools, divided by hatred, and racism, and bigotry, and misogyny, and sexism, and other forms of hate. I choose humanity. I choose compassion. I don't even choose it. That is in my DNA. To see your humanity, to have empathy for you as a human, for those who are around you, for your family, to have a sense of empathy and compassion and humanity and decency. That's in my DNA. That's how I was raised, and that's my choice. I choose to see that. And I hope more of us choose that. No matter how much we may disagree with each other as politics or ideology, because right now, really, it's a choice. We are living in a time, not just here in America, but you look at what's happening over in Gaza, what's happened to the Palestinians with racist-ass Bibi Netanyahu. We are witnessing real-life genocide that you would hear about or read about in books, in school, or in college, maybe in high school, college, or see documentaries about on PBS. We are witnessing a modern-day real-life genocide in real time. And too many of us as humans are not saying enough about it. Even Bibi Netanyahu is just Israel's version of Orange Hitler, Donald Trump. But this level of hatred and racism and bigotry and misogyny and sexism, it is unsustainable. We will lean into humanity, or we will allow inhumanity to destroy us all. Once again, I will close by saying, to paraphrase, I think Dr. King had a phrase, we will learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or we will perish divided as fools. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and everybody else on the West Coast up in Portland, Oregon, with my firstborn daughter, and who was nominated for our Emmy, and Seattle, Washington, and everybody else on the West Coast. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by CojoLLC.com. CojoLLC.com. If you are looking to buy or sell a home anywhere in the Carolinas, South Carolina where I am, or North Carolina, reach out to Courtney Johnson. Courtney's Corner. She'll be back on tomorrow with her Sister Circle. So give Courtney a call. Tell her Geno told you to call because you said, hey, I'm looking to buy or sell a home. 843 is the area code if you're in the Carolinas. Once again, 543-4022, 843 area code, 543-4022. Got that? Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check Markel Bailey out on Instagram, Kel B Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. And Allie Jones, she is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Once again, I want to thank everybody. Please tell everybody you know to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe right now. I'm about 86 new subscribers from becoming our YouTube partner. That means that YouTube will monetize my media company and my YouTube channel. So it's so important that we support Black-owned business. And if you would like to support this show financially and my media company, because we are all we got. But the truth is we are all we need, and we got everything we need. And it is so important that we support ownership, Black-owned media ownership, because people don't want to tell our story. They don't even want us to tell it. But we're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we have been doing for nearly 5 years. October 1st will be my 5-year anniversary doing this show live 5 nights a week. We started off at 6:30 p.m. Now we do it at 7:30 p.m. So whatever financial support you have to offer, I greatly appreciate it. Thank those who have made donations before or financial contributions. No financial support is too large, too small, too large. Too small. Don't exist. $5, $5 billion. Doesn't matter. You can Zelle me. Use my email address, Geno Jones Show. Geno Jones Show at Gmail. That's how you spell it. Or you can cash at me, $ Dad G Jones. It's $ capital D, lowercase a, lowercase d, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES. $ Dad G Jones. Once again, when you're watching me live, the show is interactive. Please, you can join the conversation in the chat room. You can start one if you got a question for me or any of my guests. You can ask a question, or if you want to have a conversation with me on camera, come on with it. Tread lightly, but come on, let's see what you got to say. Thank you, everybody. I love you. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, with the return of Courtney's Corner with my girl, Courtney Johnson, and our company, who is the brand new sponsor of the Geno Jones Show, CojoLLC.com, CojoLLC.com, 843 area code 543-4022 if you're looking to buy or sell a home. Thank you, everybody. Once again, I love you. Absolutely, positively, unconditionally love you. And love, I know the dictionary may say love is a noun. No, real love, like Mary J. Blige says, real love is a verb. It is an action word. Show me you love me. There was a song, DJ Rogers, say you love me. But when you get through saying you love me, show me you love me, because I love you. And I'll make sure I show you. See you live Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.